All right, good morning. Trying to get everything set up here. Hold on one second. Alrighty. How's everybody doing today? See if we can't get this set up. How's it going, Predator? Good morning. Can you guys hear me okay? I had somebody reach out to me yesterday, said that they were unable to hear me when I guess they're saying they're having a hard time hearing me, but I haven't had anyone else tell me that, so I'm just going to check with you guys and see if you're having any of those same problems there. I listened to the playback and it sounded fine to me. So I don't quite know what was going on there. But they said they watch my stream every day and they cannot hear me that well. They have to turn their volume all the way up and then they can hear everybody else just fine on the other streams they watch. So I don't know. Seems to be working fine to me, but I mean, I don't really know. As far as I can tell, anyway. Sounds okay. I don't know. I am on the road, so this is it's a different setup. So that could have something to do with it. Let's kind of look and see what we think is going to be happening here at open. So we see the ES just above the VWAP there at the 74s. We do have a gap to the downside on the Nasdaq all the way down at the 42, 43 area. So if we lose the VWAP, maybe we start to make that move down. You do have the highs here, not that far up at the 343 area. And we're currently above the VWAP and above the 300 area there. So maybe at open we get that quick push into the highs. Possible. That's what I'm thinking there. Certainly, I think if we get above 25, we probably see the highs there at 43. Maybe test the 50 right quickly at open. Got support right there on the ES at the 72s, as you guys can see. I got the ES here pulled up. So kind of minor support here per Mancini. Major support down here at the 53 area. So kind of for a long setup today, you really want to hold this area. And maybe we get a push up into this area. Short long, If you wanted to take a longer long, you'd want to see kind of some basing up here for the continued move higher into the 05 area. But more than likely, feels like the short setup might make more sense. So trade below 70, turn it into some resistance, and then trade down here into the 50s. But we'll kind of see what happens here at open. For those kind of the areas of interest that I got there, going to be a little less aggressive today with that. I did have to end the stream yesterday before the 5-minute strategy kind of played out there. It was a loser. So that was disappointing. It is what it is. So on the cash account, we are down since having this cash account using this strategy. We started with $4,000. We're at 31.50, so we're down $850 since using the 5-minute strategy on that. So I'm looking for that to turn around, obviously. Should, I mean, you know, you never know, right? You don't know whether it will or whether it won't. But I'm looking for that to kind of turn around there. Get going in the other direction. So right here coming into open, looks like we're going to test the VWAP. Nasdaq moving below the VWAP right now. Got a little sell volume coming in there, coming into open. Let's kind of see what happens at open, see which way it goes. See what we get at open here. It is Friday, so I want to be aware of that. So kind of pulling back right here into open. You got the whole number here. You got the VWAP. Let's see. Whole number, VWAP, kind of here. So we want to turn that VWAP into some resistance going into open here if that's what's going to happen. So let's kind of see what happens here at open. We will be participating. Let's just see what happens. Just give it a minute and we'll make a decision. And jump in there. We'll make a decision. We got some numbers coming out 10 o'clock this morning. So we'll see what that does for us. We'll be back home on Monday, so we will, or tomorrow I'm headed back home. So we'll be back normal schedule next week. Back to the normal schedule, trading all day. We did end up having a green day yesterday, even though we lost on that one trade. Still on the 5-minute, we still were green overall. Let's wait for the setup here this morning and see if we can't capitalize on this. Excuse me. All right, we got about a minute here till open. Let's drink us some drink. We'll have the vlog come out this weekend for what we've been doing this week. You'll have to take it easy on my editing skills there because, you know, it's not something I do. We usually just do the one-take videos and that's it. All right, here we go. Testing that 70 area already. So you kind of want to see it hold this area. Maybe get us a nice little bounce here. We'll see what happens here right at open. We will participate. We will partake. All right. We're pulling back here, testing this low, this area of support there on the ES. Here comes the open. Let's see what the see what this thing holds. All right, we're squeezing. Squeezing right through the highs here. I am long. Looking to get this push through the highs there. Come on. Come on. I need that 40 level here. Trying to get it through the 40s here. Well, Failed to get through there. Didn't quite get through there. I was trying to look for the 40s there. I did take some profit there, but ES not really pushing here. It's bouncing off that area. Just kind of watching this. I do not. ES is right there at the below the VWAP. Nasdaq above the VWAP. Nasdaq just blasted off right there, but I got in a little bit late. Let's see here. ES trying to push up to 73. The ES pops above 74 in there, and then we probably go right through the highs pretty quickly. It's kind of what I'm thinking anyway. What in the world? This thing doesn't make any sense to me. What in the world is this thing doing? So ES trying to break out here. It's got to get above the VWAP there in order to really get going. ES about to lose that 70 area there. Nasdaq is holding that VWAP right there, and the ES just not able to get above there just yet. So I'm just trying to see if this thing can go or not. Trying to pop. Let's see if this thing can go or not. I do not know what is going on with my accounts, guys. On Quantower, it keeps... Okay, I guess it's okay now. Yeah, it's was like... was acting weird on Quantower. It took me out of a couple of positions, and I didn't know why. I'm like, what in the world's going on with this thing? Anyways, we're up $300 on one trade. We took $300 winner on one account there. And we tried to enter again, and it didn't allow us to. So, got to figure it out now. Apparently, I had the wrong account selected, as I do. So, kind of want to hold this 50 area, get going here, get pushed into the 50s. If we lose that VWAP there, then it will be troublesome there. So, we'll kind of see what happens here. This looks like this is... testing this low to low. I'm going to go ahead and take the short here. What is going on here? What in the world is going on? Like, I do not understand. Why is it not letting me take trades? Like, it's done that on my Top Step account 3 times already. It puts me into the trade and takes me right out. Like, I don't understand. This is a brand new account, so if this one doesn't work, I don't know what's going on. Is it something going on with Top Step? I almost want to enter now just to see. Nasdaq still above the VWAP there. I don't know what's going on here, but something. I guess it's working now. Let's see if this thing moves on down here. Just watching the water there. want to see the Nasdaq kind of test that VWAP at least. Kind of what I'm thinking there. Want to see this thing starts building on the sell side to push this thing on down. ES trying to push down there. All right, we'll take it there. We're up $484 over here. I'm going to go ahead and protect my neck over here. Like to see the push down into the 60s here, low 60s obviously, but going to protect our neck here as this thing pushes down. Trail it kind of tight. If we get stopped, we're not, you know, it's fine. Let's lock in a little something there. Really kind of want to see this retest this area anyway, and that's going to be probably your better entry. Nasdaq is above the VWAP there still, so you can see we're up $70 there. Is this thing, or is the buyers, are the buyers going to come in and push this thing back up? Kind of a, I mean, not a clear read. Not a clear read here to me. Kind of chopping around. Not really. The ES trying to pop back up here, but hard to know. So I'm up $400 on my Top Step account. Kind of switching over to the Apex now. Let's see if we can't get us an entry on that account that makes sense here this morning. As long as the Nasdaq holds the VWAP there, then, you know, that's why it makes it difficult to take the short over here. Nasdaq bounced right off the VWAP right there at the 10s. Looking like she wants to sell, to be honest. Let's see if we get this, if we get the sellers pop through over here on the WADA. See buyers trying to pop through there. Let me check this explosion line. It's right there. Dead man, I mean, not explosion line. Buyers popping in there. ES going to retest the 70 here. See if we get this push into the highs here. I took a quick long there, but I moved the stop quickly. ES retesting the 70, kind of pulling back. Chopping around here, guys. No clear directions. Be careful. Be careful. I mean, I'm taking a little bit of... All right, there comes the sellers. I'm taking some aggressive entries. It hasn't burned me yet, but it can easily burn you here. It can easily burn you here. All right, if the Nasdaq loses that VWAP here, looks like it's gonna. Looks like it's gonna lose that VWAP. See if this thing can get through that VWAP area. Maybe down to 95. 90s next. It's watching the WADA here. A little lagginess on Trade Evade again today. Noticed that yesterday for a little bit. I didn't say too much about it, but a little lagginess there. Look at the ES here just pumping down. Nasdaq tested that VWAP there. You want it to kind of push through there, get a little retest. So up 262 on my Apex right now. I should probably take this short, but we're right here at the VWAP, at the Sellers pop through here. We'll get through that VWAP. I'm going to take the short. Waiting for that break of the VWAP though. All right, let's see if we can get a push down into the 90s here, right there at the 300. And I moved my stop quickly there. I'm moving it quickly because I don't want to get trapped here. I think it's going to take it out, but it's one of those things like, how does it get there, right? How does it get there? All right, let's go ahead and mark out our high and our low. All right, we've got about 3 minutes here left on this opening range. You see the ES moving down towards the low of day there. That push back up into that zone area would have been the short entry, obviously, looking back on it. But right here, I mean, we said that we thought it would probably retest this area. It did, and then it pushed off there. It pushed back down. Let's kind of see what happens here. I got the high and the low marked out right now. We'll see if those hold for the 15-minute gap play. All right, let's see if we get this push into the 300s this time. Come on. Goodness. I keep getting stopped. I'm moving my stop quickly, but like, you know, you'd think it'd have to go through the 300s, but man, I just don't want to risk a lot to get there. All right, where are we at on our opening range here? Got a minute and a half left on the opening range. Let's go ahead and swap these over. Trying to get this stuff pulled over here. Okay. God dang it. All right, ES is at the lows. Just put in a double bottom there. Nasdaq all over the place. ES is at the lows there. All right. Got 30 seconds here. I think that's right. $9.30 candles right there. No, I'm wrong. This is actually not right. Good thing I checked it. Holy cow. God, I had to get the order on there. Look at that thing. Well, there you go. Might get stopped that quick. Just lightsabered up. There you go. Well, we can close. Well, yeah, I guess we can close this one out. We don't really need it. Let's make some space. Let's make some space. Move our apex over here. So there you go. That didn't work. Shocking. Chop, chop, chop. ES pushed back up into the 70 there. Try to test it anyway, 69. Let's move this to a little lower time frame here. Look at this action since open. I mean, this is, woo. Got some divergence going on here. Nasdaq pushing. ES is still pushing now, but it's looking like it wants to sell. You can see my entries here just kept getting stopped out for break even. I moved my stop quickly because I'm just like, it's either going to go or it's not, right? Either going to go or it's not. And, you know, obviously the answer was it was not. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. All right, there comes the sellers once again. Let's see what happens here. ES is kind of pushing back down. If we lose the VWAP here, I mean, do we short into the break of the VWAP? VWAP down at the 13s on the 3-minute chart. Bouncing off the VWAP once again right here. It's kind of watching, you know, your low to lows there. Nasdaq or the ES is kind of right there at the lows. All right, let's go. Let's get this push into the 300 here. That's kind of what I've been doing, just moving the stop. It's probably terrible. Now it wants to go. Looking good now. I should have waited. There she goes. Should have waited a second there. I don't know why I did that. Too antsy there. Down to the 58s on the ES there. Zone of interest down there, 53 area on the ES. It's kind of your next area down. Let's see if we can get a push back up and a re-entry here. Repop back above into the 05 areas, and we can probably participate again. Man, I had the good entry there. That would have been, that's what I was looking for. Just didn't hold it. We got numbers coming out here in 10 minutes. So we're going to pop back into the 05s, and then maybe we retest the 90. We might could take it there. Probably a little more dangerous now than it was a second ago, though. I wanted to a little bit further pop up than that. A little more of a pop. All right, we'll take this short now. Not the smartest of entries, but we'll give it a go. Well, it's locking in some scalps. It's fine. Locking in some scalpies. Nothing crazy. Just taking a few winners. Sticking some scalpies. So popping back up here, trying to retest that VWAP. That's kind of what I was thinking a minute ago. That's what I was waiting on. That sort of a pop. That sort of a pop back up right there. Now let's watch the WADA. We do got those numbers coming out here in about 8 minutes. ES pushed down to the 57s there, bouncing a little bit here. Getting back above the VWAP there on the Nasdaq. See if we get a proper B2C leg down. See if we get a B2C leg back down here. ES is trying to push back down into the lows. You'd think the Nasdaq would kind of go with it here, but it's got to get back through that VWAP one time here. Get back to that VWAP. We can probably make a pretty quick move down into the 90s again. Just watching the WADA here. Kind of want to see some sellers start popping in here. See if she wants to move on lower here. Kind of want to see the sellers start popping through here. You can see the buyers kind of dissipating there. ES back to the lows. ES back to the lows. You want to see the sellers pop in right here, right now. Push this thing down. Hold it below the VWAP there. It's kind of what you want to see. Get this thing pushing right down there. Sell it on off here. You're not really building a house here when it comes to the WADA here. It's kind of low. Gotta be careful here until the 10 a.m. hour. I've taken a few trades, so we're at 481 here on this account. You guys can see we're up 697 on this account. So even though I was messing around and all that, really didn't get called in anything. So I did move. You know, I left money on the table, right, by moving the stop too quick, but still just take that one trade on the ES up $70. So numbers in 6 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and, or actually 5 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and. Come on. This thing, I hate when it does this. We'll be looking for the 5-minute play. All right. So I want to see what happens here at the 53. It's kind of the line in the sand for me there on the ES. Let's wait until after these numbers, and then we'll be looking for another entry. Look at this thing rip right back up. Right down to the 90, rip right back up. Rip her right back up. Look at that. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you guys. I don't know if you guys got the free reset from Top Step. Still good through today. It's thank you 1026 all lowercase. Guess they had some issues with Trade Event yesterday. But thank you 1026 is the code. All lowercase. So let's see what happens here at 10 o'clock once these numbers come out here. Four minutes until the numbers come out. We'll kind of see what we can do there. Like I said, guys, we'll be back to the normal schedule next week. Normal schedule. I'm trying to put all these together over here. All right. So the ES or the Nasdaq trying to push here. What's the ES doing? The ES kind of bounced off that 56 area. Looking kind of like it wants to break out. ES looking like she wants to break out here. Nasdaq's back above the VWAP. I'm not going to take an entry right here just because we got the numbers coming out here in a couple minutes. But definitely kind of looking, you know, kind of looking like she's breaking out there. So kind of getting that breakout there, but nothing clean. Nothing clean this morning. Everything's really all over the place. Choppy. Choppity chop chop. All over the place. So just being careful here so far. Well, we've taken some aggressive entries. I don't want to say we've been too careful, but we've taken some aggressive entries. Here comes the numbers, about 15 seconds. Should we? Let's see what happens here with these numbers. Here it is. What's it going to be? Test the VWAP. There we go. Retesting the 300s here. Is it going to hold the 300s or no? Let's move the ES over here. I want to see the ES. Just watching that sell volume pop in there. 300s here. Pushing through. Got that area down there on the ES. The 53 is going to be your strong support there. Do got that gap fill still possible down there at the 43s. Do got the pivot over here. 63 area to be aware of. ES testing that 50 area, 58s. So we pushed through the whole number there. Now we're popping back up. Just kind of watching here, see what happens. We're getting that pop back above 300 here. Kind of want to see it get right back through there quickly to the short side here. Sell down into the, maybe sell down into the 80 area, possible. See if we get this sell down into the 80s. Just watching the WADA here. See if we can't get the sell volume to start building. ES pushed that 54 there. I think I'm probably going to take this short off. I'm just going to take it off there for break even. I don't love it. Now it's going to go, but ES is just approaching that area where it can bounce. Major support there. So I did take the short, but then I was like, then I second guessed it. Probably going to go. My target was going to be 80 there, but ES might bounce here. We're in this major support zone. If it holds this area, if the ES holds this area, I may... No, I'm not going to take a long. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. At least I think I am. Well, we tested this area earlier. It's only been tested once, twice, 3 times. Actually, let's wait and see. So let's see here. ES popping there. Look at there. He is popping off that support there. Like I said, I was kind of considering that long there off of that, but I don't know. It didn't work the other day when I did it, so I got a little gun shy. Got a little gun shy. Obviously, I don't think it's going to squeeze like super high. Well, you could have got 5 or 6 handles out of that. Nasdaq back above the VWAP here. $30s? Wow. This thing is just pushing. Well, that zone was certainly respected that time. The one time we don't take it, it would have paid. That's all right. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's quite all right. Are we going to push to the highs there at the 57s? Let's wait for a little pullback here. See if we get a proper B2C, or if this thing just wants to, let's go to the moon here. Let me switch over to the 5-minute chart. Oh, shoot. Well, we got a potential gap already on the 5-minute. See if it holds. I mean, it's not a very big gap. Would like to see a little pullback here. I mean, this is what I hate. I mark these zones out, and I mean, you should trade level to level, right? So maybe short here, long here, but it's hard to do sometimes. Hard to do sometimes to take those level to levels there. Let's see here. I want to look at that 5 minutes and see if this gap, what do we got? Well, we still got like 3.5 minutes, so we'll see if that gap forms or not. All right, so we get a little pullback here. Let's see if we pull back or if we actually sell all the way back down to this area. We pull back and get back above the 71s, or do we pull back and sell down to the lows? Maybe it's not really a pullback. It's just a sell back down. We shall see. All right, we're taking a long. Taking a long here, see if we get a push through the highs here. Watching the WADA, keeping a close watch on the WADA here. Keeping a close watch. You want to see that buy volume just come right in here, push it on higher. Got to keep building here. If it doesn't build, then I'm going to take it off. Not building yet. ES is still trying to push though. Let's give it a second here. Let's give it a second here. Let's maybe looking for the 60. I don't like the look of the WADA at this point. I'm going to give it a moment. All right, taking it off there. Unable to push through there. The WADA came in there. You can see the volume came in and then it just whoop, trailed off. Just couldn't do it. Let's see what the 5-minute chart looks like. So that gap is closed on the 5 minutes. No gap there yet. The gap is closed. Look at there, rejecting that area, selling, selling, selling. Now the sellers come in heavy. So I guess we got our answer on that. It's all over the place here. See if we get a quick push down back into the whole number here. All right, took another $800 winner there. Got that loss back. Well, we took $1,000 winner. We got the loss back. Let's see. Mancini just tweeted again. Let's see what he has to say. He said, range trading continues as posted. 54 to 90 is the range. He agrees, just sold the 54 low of the day. Rapidly popped 14 points. Have long off it, no greed with profits. Same drill. 85 to 90 remains next up. 05 plus. 54 getting weaker now if retested. That's what he said. Look at this ripper here. Right back up here. Nasdaq pushed back above the VWAP real quick. ES at the 65s. Let's see if this thing... I don't know. I mean, your entry probably would have been, you could have taken that little push, you know, obviously the push off the 54s would have made more sense there, but I think this is just a push back up to sell down here. It's kind of the feeling that I get right here. It's kind of the feeling I get. This thing wants to sell, I mean, in my opinion, but we break through the VWAP here. I'm probably going to take a short, watching the WADA as well. I'd like to see that sell volume come through for some confirmation. If we hold the VWAP here, then, you know, we'll look for that B to C to the upside. It really just depends. Could go either way. Hard to read right now. Really need some short stops here to quick take profits, short stops. So ES trying to pop here. See it right there at the 65s. Little volume coming in here. Not a ton, but I think it's enough to push us up to the 45s here possible. Can we get the 45s? 45s? Give me the 45s. Clean to the 45s. Let's go. Come on, you got more. Give me the 45s. There we go. There we go. So just took, so got to lose $25, but $1,525. On that 50K account, we got to lose 25 bucks. I tried to do that the other day, and I messed around and did it the wrong way. Let's see. I don't know what the minimum ticks is on Nasdaq. Actually, you know what? Let's switch over to the micros to lose 25. That makes more sense. Oh, I got to pay attention to the... I don't know how many ticks you got to have on... let's see. Let's check that 5-minute chart right quick. Nothing going on there right now. ES to the moon. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. All the way back up to the 70. Oh, that's Nasdaq. Oops. There we go. ES back up to the 70. So this is an area where if we, if we reject this area, you could short back down to the 50s. If we get above, turn this into some support. All right, let's see if we can't. I'm going to buy, oh, nope. Oh. Is this the right account? This is the wrong account. What am I doing? Over here messing around trying to... Where did my account go? Oh, there it is. I'm trying to take a loss here. All right, let's see here. We're trying to lose $25. This is the tricky part when you're trying to lose money, right? When you're trying to lose money, that's the tricky part. When you're trying to lose money, that's the tricky part. Short into the VWAP? Is that a way to lose it? All right, we're taking a loser here. Come on. No, we don't want the winner. Come on. Well, we took a loss, but only $3. It's weird trying to lose money here. Don't know whether we take a long or a short. He is holding up there at the 64s. Interesting, interesting. I'm trying my best to lose 20 bucks here. All right, we lost $10 there. So I need one more loser. $1,511. We need one more loser. Thanks, Predator. Kind of a tricky, it's been a tricky morning, but we've been able to manage it so far. About 1,500 over there, 481 over here. This account's actually pretty. It's $2,086 in equity. Let's pull. I need to pull that 5-minute chart over so I can take a look, keep an eye on it. So choppy so far this morning that there's just no chance. All right, we just took a long. Let's see if we can get this a loser. Come on. There we go. All right, $14.99.98. I don't think you can get any closer. You can't get any closer than that. $14.99.98. $14.99.98. All right, we'll close that account out. No need to leave that one open anymore. We'll just keep the 5 minutes open now. All right, I'm thinking we should have took the rejection of this zone. I don't know why I'm not paying attention to that. Don't know. ES is selling off here, and the Nasdaq still holding the VWAP. I don't know. That's 2 times that I haven't trusted the zones that I outlined, right? Or I didn't. The first time I did see it. The second time I really wasn't paying attention. I don't think I had it up on the screen there. But this area, Massini says, is weaker now. So if it retested, he kind of thinks we might sell. So do we just put the short in now? Let's just wait. I tried to do that yesterday where I was like, let's just put the trade on. But let's just wait. Kind of like that. I don't know if it breaks through there. Maybe go ahead and take it then. Really could have taken it. How's everybody looking this morning? Is anybody taking any entries? Anybody taking any entries there? Trying to lose money on purpose. Yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard to do, Predator. That was tough. Sometimes it's easy to do, right? You're flat today. Wow, we bounced right off that low to low. It's hard to lose money on purpose sometimes. I had to take 3 micro entries to lose it. Last time I tried to lose money on purpose, I was trying to lose like $40, and I ended up losing like $300 because I thought I was on the micros and I was actually on the minis. I was actually on the minis. This is interesting. Hard to tell which way to go, kind of, really. Hard to tell. I'm thinking that we go down. I still believe we're going to sell, but I don't know. Still got the gap fill on the Nasdaq down in the 40s. Possible. This thing is so choppy. I mean, this 5-minute chart is just horrendous. Kind of pushed back up there, retested that 68. Whoop. Looking like it's going to sell. I don't know. Looking like it's going to sell. Failing to get above the VWAP there. Failing to hold the VWAP. I mean, the ES just not been able to get above the VWAP there this morning. You can see even this pop above is kind of sold down. I feel like we're going to sell here. That's what we feel like. See what we get right here. Nasdaq pulling back, retesting the VWAP. Thinking on taking the short here for the break. Take the short if it breaks the low of this candle. So if it breaks 59.50. Let's go ahead and throw it on there. Stop's obviously got to be somewhere up here. I don't know. Do-do-do-do-do. Failed to break below there so far. This is not great action today. It's not great action. Not great action. It's kind of like watching paint dry over here. It's pretty rough. See if we pop the VWAP there at the 68s. Nasdaq pushing here, going towards the highs. Interesting here. Push it back up, trying to test again. Unable to go. I mean, what in the world? I don't know. Not quite sure what to do here. And usually if you're not sure, you probably shouldn't do anything. Not quite sure what to do. If you're not sure what to do, you shouldn't do anything, I think. So if you're just joining us, we are up 481 here. $70 here, and then we just closed out our other account. We're up $1,500 on it. So I don't know. Nothing to do here so far. What do you guys think? Are we going up? We going down? What are we doing? Up, down, sideways, all around? Which way we going? Which way is the ES going here? We going up? We going down? I don't know. It feels like we're going down, but ES is Nasdaq is below or above the VWAP there. ES is below. Kind of looking like it wants to make a move here. Nasdaq back to the VWAP. I don't know. I want to take the short. I kind of want to take the short. But she's bouncing around here. I mean, it's trading in a range. Trading in a tight range here. Getting tighter and tighter. I mean, look how small these candles are getting, the bodies. Wicks on the end. Body's getting smaller and smaller. Just indecision. It's going to do something. I'm going to do something here in a moment. Oh, goodness. I want to take the short, guys. I really do. I feel like we're going to sell back down to that zone. And maybe crack the zone there. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to take the short, but the fact that the Nasdaq's holding that VWAP, I mean, it's just two different, you know, like this looks like a short. Nasdaq's holding the VWAP looking like it wants to go up. So it's like, you know, which way does it go here? All right, we're going to take the short. I'm just going to put our stop above the VWAP there. All right, we're probably going to just leave it something like that. We're going to risk 500 for 500. Let's see what we get. Oh, man. Chopped to down. 50-50. Yeah, I'm okay with chopped to down as long as it goes down. What time is it? 1031. Okay. Need that Nasdaq to lose the VWAP. Nasdaq loses the VWAP, we sell. But it keeps holding so far. I want to see that Nasdaq lose that VWAP here. Let's just lose the VWAP. Come on, let's retest that 54 area here. I want to see the Nasdaq lose the VWAP, retest 54. Nasdaq holding up there at the VWAP, still not selling below it. So testing the VWAP here. Let's see if we can get through there. See if we can make it down to the 54s at least. I might cover right there. If we can. I don't really have the patience for the ES, guys. I told you guys this before. That's why I don't really trade it, because it, you know, you have to have a lot more patience for it, and I just don't have a whole lot of patience when it comes to this stuff. We don't have a whole lot of patience for it. I want to see it retest the 54s here. Nasdaq losing the VWAP there, trying to lose it. Pushed below the VWAP there for a moment. Now it reclaimed it. At least want it to retest the 54s. I mean, it's kind of the idea. Just chopping around here. Looking like it wants to sell, just not doing it. Still holding. Still holding, still holding. ES or the Nasdaq pushed below the VWAP just for a moment, and now it's back above it. Looking at the 5-minute chart here, nothing doing, nothing doing. Nothing going on there, nothing going on. Dollar's pushing up, but it's not pushing us down just yet. Nasdaq back above the VWAP here, trying to push. See volume coming in over here on the WADA, trying to pop up there. It's more than we've seen in a while. More than we've seen in a little bit. I don't know. I may take it off here. Might just take it off here if he gets back into the green. Just be done with it. Just kind of thinking that it might just sell there, but not doing it so far. Popping, popping, popping. I mean, looking kind of like a breakout. I kind of want to just cover. Just take the loss there. See if the ES gets above that VWAP there. Can she get above the VWAP? Yeah, just took 5 handle loss there. Not gonna, I really want to give more than that. Obviously I could have had my stop up here above this zone, but you're just risking too much there. Just popping right back down. Yeah, the 5-minute trade didn't work out yesterday, and also as soon as I left the hotel, I don't know what I was thinking. I lost Wi-Fi, and I don't have a hotspot on my phone anymore, so wasn't able to record it. I was gonna make a video of it and post it last night, but I was like, oh yeah, I don't have Wi-Fi anymore. Look at this thing. It's dirty dog. This dirty dog. Just push up and stop. Get me to cover, and then sell back down to my entry. Dirty thing. All right, we're gonna put the boys on the table right here. I think she sells. We're gonna put them on the table right here. It's either gonna be the daily loss limit or we're gonna hit the 55s right here. The daily loss limit or bust. Sometimes you just got to get some action. We'll take one at 56. We'll take the next one at 54, and then we'll leave us a little runner on down here. At least that's the plan. Nasdaq losing the VWAP there. Come on. Give me the 56, then on to the 54s. Let's go. Nasdaq right there, approaching the 300, so got to get it through there, and let's go. Come on, push into the 56s. We're going to break even here. So lock in 50. Just kind of protecting my neck here as we go. Should really go here. Get stopped out on that one. I'm just going to put this one basically at break even. See if we can retest the 54s here. See if we can retest those 54s. Can't lose on it. So it's no stress here. You can't lose on it. don't know if I should move this target down more. I actually think I should. Think I should, but we're just going to leave it right there. We'll take a little $250, $300 day. Just lock in a green day here if we can. Nasdaq retesting the 90. There we go. All right, 300 bucks. Not going to complain. Not going to complain there. Hold on one second. Look at this thing selling through there. It would have hit the 49s, kind of where I was thinking, but you know. All right, let's take a look at the 5-minute here. Got a potential gap to the downside. Potential gap here to the downside. Let's see if this gap holds. 54 broke there. So 54 finally broke there on the ES. It's kind of what we were thinking. You could have taken this in both directions. Obviously, we mismanaged this a little bit. Still came out in the green, but that's all right. Excuse me. So we've got about just a minute left before this 5-minute gap will form. I'll have to do some math. Let's go ahead and do the math right now. So we would get short from 306.50. And our stop would be at 352.50. So let's go ahead and do the math. $352 minus 306. 46. So let's go ahead and set up our auto break even. So our take profit is going to be 46 times 2 times 4. So 368 on the take profit. And then the stop loss is divided by 2, 184. And then the offset is 184. And the profit trigger is 368 times 0.75, 276. So we got this set up here. So we will be entering short there at 306. So we need a pop back in here to get short. Let me go back in here and make sure I got it right on both accounts. 52. So stop at 52. Take profit 214. So 214 is going to be the take profit. Oh, crap. That's not what we want. Ooh, that was almost a mistake there. 214. All right, looks like we might get tagged in here. 352. We might get tagged in. On this 5 minute, let's go ahead and move the 5 minute over here. Are you kidding me? How is it not logged in? All right. I'll move these two over here. All right, so we're short. We're in on the 5 minute. We are in on the 5 minute. Let's see what happens here. We're in on both accounts. We've had quite a bit of losers on the 5 minutes, so a nice winner would be nice. Over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, that is. A nice winner would heal the soul. It'd go a long ways. I mean, I actually think it looks decent. I don't mind the look of it. As long as the ES kind of doesn't, you know, you really want to keep the ES below the VWAP there. It may not even have enough room to make it up to the VWAP. It might stop us out before it gets there. But here's the trade. We took it. Let's see what happens. That's all we can do. That's all we can do right there. In case you're wondering, we are short on the other account as well. This one. The 150K account. Just in case you're wondering, we took it there as well. So let's see what happens. 15 minute was a loser. 5 minute was a loser yesterday. I think it's been a loser twice this week. So it'd be nice for it to be a winner at least once here. Once or twice this week would be good. Just need twice this week would be ideal. Well, it can't be twice this week at this point. I don't know that we had a 5 minute winner. I think we've only had 2 losers. So we really need this one to be a winner to kind of, still might be a red week. Like I said, I'm horrible at remembering what exactly happened. So he is kind of bouncing there. Not in love with the look of that, but so it might just be quick work of us again today when it comes to the 5 minute. But as long as we're not stopped, there's a chance. There's always a chance. So it looks like the 5 minute strategy might just be coming back down to earth. Who really knows? Might be coming back down to earth. I think it does work best in trendy days, really, like when the market's trending. Obviously, that's when it works the best, but so the ES tested the 54. Like I said, it's kind of like Mancini said, it's weaker now. You would expect this thing to potentially sell back down. That's what we would kind of expect. Look how ugly this 5-minute chart is. This is horrible. Look at that. We zoom in. That is some ugly action. You can see though, I'm sorry, this is 3-minute chart. 5 minutes even worse, but you can see that it did leave a gap right here. Small gap there. Well, I'm going to go do a little something right here. I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes. You guys watch the trade. I'm just going to mute it. I'll be right back. Guys, you're supposed to watch it and make it go in the right direction. That's not the direction we were dreaming of. JB, am I planning on refining the 5-minute strategy? I don't really think so. I mean, it's as long as the percentages hold, which the last 2 weeks, you're going to have ebbs and flows, right? One thing you have to remember, we were up almost $12,000 in the first 6 weeks with no red weeks. It's not going to be, it's not going to be the end all be all. You're going to have ebbs and flows just like anything. So some weeks you're going to be up to $3,000. Some weeks you're going to be down $2,000 or $3,000. But at the end of the day, you follow the rules. You take every trade as you should. And as long as the percentages hold, we hold it around 50-50. Then long run, in the long term, it's going to be a profitable strategy. Now, the reason that I have this cash account is so that we can take the ebbs and flows. I said in one of my earlier videos that it's difficult to use this strategy on a prop firm account unless you have an end-of-day drawdown, which Top Step is, and potentially just consider taking micros, right? That's kind of the easiest way to do it. That's why I put $4,000 in this account, and so that we'd be able to take the ebbs and flows. We don't have to worry about the drawdown, so on and so forth. Now, this account is only a week and a half, 2 weeks into this strategy. And it's been the worst week and a half, 2 weeks since I started it, since I started doing the forward testing. So I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to leave it like it is. Like I said, I back tested it. I trust it. I trust enough to take it on a cash account. So that should really tell you all you need to know. Just got to stick with it. It is frustrating. I'm not going to lie. It's frustrating when it's paid $2,000 a week for the first, 5 weeks, and then the last 2 weeks looking like they're going to be red weeks. And those are the 2 weeks that you sign up for a cash account and you take the trades on. But just got to trust the process. It'll eventually, pay. It'll eventually pay. So, as long as we know that, that's what we'll stick to. Now, obviously, if the percentages don't hold, if we have another 2-3 red weeks, then maybe I consider something different. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that will be the case at all. Nice thing is we do have a reset on this 150K account that we can use after today. You can see we're back below 150 on it after being up $4,000. So we really could go ahead and take that reset today if we wanted to. And that's probably what I'll do, start fresh next week on the 150K account. If this trade fails, if this trade works, then we won't. If this one works, then we will stick to it, because this will be, I don't know, almost a $2,000 winner, $1,800, something like that. Something along those lines. But yeah, it's one of those things where I trust it. I think it's going to be just fine. You have to take the ebb and flows. It's not a strategy that you're going to be able to jump in for a week or two and be like, oh, I lost money, not going to do that anymore. Go back and do your own research, do your own studies, your own back testing. You'll see what I mean. And it doesn't have to win all that often 2-1. It really doesn't have to win all that often. So might get stopped here. I've taken this off. I'll tell you this, JB. I've taken this off one time, 2 points away from my stop. I was like, I'm going to save $40. I took it off, and it turned around and went all the way to my take profit. So we don't take it off early any longer. We let it play out. Until it hits it, we're still in it. But it has been a tough 2 weeks. So I think that's kind of when you joined, right? The last couple of weeks. So you're probably looking at the strategy going, man, I don't know about this thing. But I did create a playlist. I think Juker or someone asked me to create a playlist for the 5-minute and the 15-minute. So if you want to go back and watch the review videos, you can just kind of skip to the end if you want to and see the profit and loss for those weeks. So, yeah, real fun market, right, Juker? I managed to manage it, right? I managed to manage it and not take any losses. I think the 15-minute strategy failed today, but I think it's green this week overall, probably. Close. But I actually made money. I'm up 300 in one account, 15 in another, and then, what was it? I don't remember what the other account was. It was maybe like $500. 481. So we managed to navigate it. Yeah, you still trust it. That's the thing. I mean, you know, you're going to have bad weeks. There could be a bad month. You just gotta have enough. Gotta have enough room. You gotta take the proper sizing. And I realize one mini is not super feasible on this strategy. Even using the 150K, it's kind of tight. You only got 4,500 in drawdown. You have a couple losing weeks. It's gonna make it tough. But that's what we're going with. Ideally, this is the kind of thing that frustrates me. If you guys don't remember, a couple of weeks ago on Top Step, I was up $5,500 on this strategy in a 150K account, and I accidentally reset the account when they sent out a free reset. It was just a complete accident. They refused to fix it. They said, sorry, you reset the account. So instead of being at 150K right now, we'd probably be at 153, 152, and still be in the green on the account. Let's see. Did it? You're -1 reward today overall. That's okay. Yeah, as long as you're plus on the week. Yeah, all mechanical hat strategies have losers. Exactly. We'll see if anything decent happens. Just call it a week. That's me. After this trade right here, we're going to be calling it a week. Number one, I'm not as comfortable, right? I'm at my friend's house in Boston. This trading setup's not, I don't have all the screens I have at home. One of my screens actually got busted during travel. So I'm literally using 2 screens. I'm used to using, and they're tiny, you know. I'm used to having 4. So JB, 45-50% strike. There's a good chance you'll have 6 losses in a row, or 5. Yeah, you could. I want to say, man, this might be the 4th. I'll go back and look. I think we had 2 losers last week. I don't think we had any winners this week. I think we had 3 no trade days, 2 or 3 no trade days, and 2 losing days, if I'm not mistaken. I actually think our last winner was the Thursday when I left to go on vacation 2 weeks ago. So I do think we're at 4 or 5 losers in a row. Now, we went through streaks where we've had 5 or 6 winning days in a row. And so that could happen as well. You know, it could go both ways. But you got to be able to take these drawdowns. It hurts much worse now because, like I said, the Top Step account got reset. So you traveled in Thailand earlier this year for 3 months with a laptop and a small portable monitor. It was rough. Yeah, it's like once you're comfortable with one thing. I mean, this, if I use this every day, I'd probably be fine with it. But when I'm sitting at home with, you know, 2 32-inch monitors and 2 27-inch monitors, literally have plenty of room to put everything where I want it, can see it all at one time. You don't feel like, you don't realize how nice it is until you're on a 15-inch laptop monitor with just one 12-inch monitor off to the side. The more losses there are, the closer the oh yeah, that's true. That's true. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, you know what to do. I think we finally pushed above 400 subscribers. Appreciate that for all of you that subscribed. Where are we at today? I think we're at 403 or something like that. So just above. Yeah, still at 403. So slowly moving on up there. Slowly moving in the right direction towards that 1,000. Next week, I will be releasing a lot more content. Obviously, we got the vlog coming out that we did over this week, still doing. And we'll have a unique video every single day. From now on, we'll post a video every day. Not a review, but sort of like a trade of the day type video. So, and there you have it. So down 934 there. Down 187 there. So this account equity is now $2,961. So we're down $1,040 on this account, you know, since we started it. But realistically, 3-4 winning trades, and we'll be back to where we need to be. Well, I'm going to call it right there, guys. So if you just joined us, we're up 1,500 on one Top Step account. We're up 481 on an Apex account, and down 187 here, 984 on the other, and 316 there, 481 there. I already put away the other Top Step account, so I won't be able to show you guys that. But we will be live Monday. And you too, Predator. We'll be live Monday. I will put out the videos for the mechanical strategy this week. They may come out. Sundays will be on time. Saturdays might be a bit later because I don't know that I'm going to do it today. So, well, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you live on Monday. You too, Juker. Thanks, JB, for watching.